Hello folks, I'm going to show you how to change the 1-2 band on the Mercury Mariner or the Ford Escape. It's the same transmission. Alright, so what happens if you notice that upon acceleration, shifting into second gear, your vehicle will not shift until you lower your RPMs enough so that you feel kind of a catch, and then you experience normal driving after. You may have a broken 1-2 band in your transmission. All right, common issue with these cars. It's probably I guess I would consider it an easy transmission fix because you don't really have to mess with gears or anything like that. There's a band in there. You just got to do some stuff, move some stuff around, drop some things, and you'll be able to have access to it. Okay, so let's begin. I actually already pulled everything apart. I meant to make a video, but I forgot. So I'm here almost toward the end when I remembered that I was going to make a video. This is my second time doing it because I didn't replace the gasket and it's leaking, so I got to do it again, which sucks. But good news for you, I'm going to make this video because there is nothing on how to do this procedure online. Alright, so now there is going to be. Alright, so here's where we start, okay? First of all, you need to get the car in the air and you're going to have the wheels off the ground. Alright? Second, you need a jack underneath to support the engine. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is get it up in the air, and then you're going to take the wheels off, the two front wheels off. All right. Then there's going to be a plastic shroud, as seen there, covering that local area there. Okay. You need to take that off. All right. Now we have access, or we have visual of the area we need to get to. Inside there, that is the transmission pump right there. You need to drop down, pull that off to gain access to the 1-2 band. All right. So now that we can see what we're going to deal with, now it's about getting access to it. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We need to pull the axle out, or else dropping the engine would be quite difficult without ruining your axle, okay? So this is just the basic stuff here. We've got to disconnect the wheel speed sensor, disconnect the brake line from this unit, this point right here, okay? We're going to disconnect here, 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 and here. Okay. All right. So now we're going to pull down, and we're going to now hammer out the axle. All right. After pulling the nut off, of course, and we're going to pull out the axle. Okay. I happened to get underneath, and I used a crowbar, and I pried it out. That's how I did it. I suggest you do the same, unless you got something better. I don't know. Okay, so after that, we're going to need to get access to the motor mouse. All right. First, this crossbar is located up here. It needs to be dropped down. Okay, and I suppose I'll show you the locations of the 3 motor mounts that we need to take out. Okay, first, up top, here. Second, it's on the ground now, but it was located right over yonder. Okay, and the last is going to be located right in yonder. Okay? Alright, so we dropped that crossbar, and I suppose to gain access to this top motor mount, we're going to need to take out the battery and the air box. Alright, so take that out. Okay, that's the one I leave for last though. As you can see, that's the one I left in. I've already taken out the other two. Alrighty, so after we drop that crossbar, oh, what am I doing over here? I like to start with the far one that's way inside there, and I you know, put two extensions together. It's a 15mm socket. Shove it right in there. You can see it. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Alright, so I shoved the extensions in there, unscrew that, and I got my my long pliers there to pull out the bolt. Okay, now we move on to this bad boy here, and let me show you how it goes. I'm sorry, I got disconnected. Okay, alright, so we got the first, you disconnect the motor mount bolt, and then you go for these bolts here. Alright, as can be seen here. Alright, so disconnect that one, and then that one. Now you got this side over here loose. We move to the other side over here, okay, and it connects right up here. Okay, drop that, and then you drop the unit and then slide it over out of the way. Okay, and now you got one more thing, which is the top motor mount. So you want to unscrew that bolt. Make sure you got your support underneath here. Alrighty. So you take that out, and then you can drop the motor. Alright. Now you'll gain access to this area. I actually had to use a crowbar, and I had to pull this back to gain a little bit extra access. Alright. So now that you have the area of interest in a way that you can operate on it, you're going to need to pull out the bolts that go around the pump. Okay, actually I would suggest starting with this one, that one, pull out the sensor, and then go around with those bolts. Okay, it's not just going to fall out. All right, you're going to need a puller, and so what you use is you combine a slide hammer with a harmonic balancer puller. That's what I used. There may be other ways of doing it, but that's what I did. All right, so what you do is, there's threading, right? I call it a duck foot. I don't know what it's really called. It looks like a duck foot, the harmonic balancer puller anyway. Right in the center of it, there's threading, and you thread the slide hammer into that harmonic balancer puller. All right, and then you use one of the given bolts, and put your, you got your harmonic balancer puller there, and then there'll be a slot, and you shove the screw or the bolt through it and thread it into this hole here. The harmonic balancer puller should go through the center of the duck foot, is what I call it, and should butt up against this end here, or any end, doesn't matter, it should be fine. Just make sure they're butted up here and tight over here, or snug I should say, and then you give it a few whacks backward, and you should be able to pull this off. Make sure you got a drip pan underneath, because stuff's going to spill out. All right, then you'll have access to the band inside. All right, the band, there's other videos on what the band looks like, other people pulling it out and installing it. So I'm sorry I'm not going to have it for this video, but that's already online, so I'm not worried. There was just no videos on this procedure, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Good luck.